Hey, so this video that I'm doing is about the N word. Who has the right to say it? And this came about. I was going to tell you how it came about. It came about because a lot of times in the past couple of years, you had people on CNN talking about like whenever somebody would say the N word, especially coming from a white person, people would get so upset, so worked up. And when the person, when that Caucasian person, and when that Caucasian person would defend it, so they would sit there and say, well, African Americans are still saying it and they're using it. And if they don't want us to say it, if it's an offensive word, why are you still using that word? Why are you still saying it? And I completely agree with that statement, what they're saying. They're absolutely right. Why are you using that word? Because when you're saying that word and using it, it doesn't matter the context you're using it in, you're giving them permission to sit there and say it. And so they were on CNN and they're upset, man, well, you really can't be mad at the person. You know, we live in the world, United States with some people that are racist, but the person wasn't using it in a racist way. Why are you offended? If that's the case, I could be offended when a rapper says they use the N word in his music, and you're not using it to be offensive. The content that you're using it is not to be offensive, but I'm supposed to say and be okay with it. It's no different than if somebody was talking to somebody and you found it out and it took a person in the past that said the N word, but it wasn't in a racial way. You know what I'm saying? You want to say it's all about the context. Well, in that context, it was used in a racial way. So how are you offended if the person said the word and wasn't used in a racial way to disrespect somebody, or hurt somebody, or another African person? It wasn't used in that way. If we can't be upset and offended when a rapper is sitting there using it, how can you be offended then? Nobody should. If really nobody should be allowed to use it. Well, that's my answer to the question. Nobody should be allowed to use that word. It doesn't matter what context you're using it, it's not okay. Because you're not using a good context anyway, you're rapping. Because you're not speaking good and rapping anyway. You're cussing, you're calling girls hoes, bitches, and all kinds of stuff in there. Talking about what you're going to do to the girl, and what you're going to do to the girl, and it's very degrading. You degrade women in your music, tearing us down left and right. It's disgusting and it's offensive. We're telling you it's offensive, but you won't stop doing it. But you expect a white person to stop saying the word because it's offensive because it's coming out of a white person's mouth. But you won't stop calling women hoes and bitches when we tell you that's offensive. Yeah, girls in the half naked gyrate. Yeah, you might have asked them to, but that's what you were. But that's how your video was made. You know what I'm saying? They didn't change your video. You know what I'm saying? You sitting there, you're making a video, and you're saying this is how you want to do. So when you're doing a casting, or you saying, hey, this is our casting, this is what we want you to do. Yeah, they have a choice in it, but it's already set of how it wants to be. It wasn't like you said they made your video based on how they were dressed and they appeared. You made your video based on what you wanted. This is the name of the video, and you felt the only way to sit there and do the video was have girls half naked. A lot of times the songs don't have anything to do about the girl being half naked, but she's sitting there half naked and being degraded and all kinds of not getting no respect. And so you're really exploiting women, which is another time I'm going to talk about later today in another video. And so we're going to leave right into that in this video. But the point is, you are saying, like, everybody can say something to somebody that's offensive. And if you're not going to say it, stop talking about women in videos, calling her all kinds of names and exploiting her videos, why should a person stop saying the N-word? If it's that offensive to you to where it bothers you, but don't use it in your rap music. Don't sit there and use it in one of your urban hip hop ghetto movies and stuff like that. Don't sit there and do a slave movie when you know the word going to be used. It tripped me out. The people got so mad somebody used it, and yet they didn't catch Mark Wahlberg using that word in Four Brothers. And the Four Brothers, he played brothers to three other black people. Well, no, I'm sorry, two other black people. It was Tyrese Gibson's character, and it was Andre 3000's character. And then the other guy was white. Yeah, and he's been saying the N word all up in the movie. Nobody said a word. Nobody said nobody caught. I don't remember it being in the news and people said, "Oh, he said the N word in the movie." Because by then the movie was out. Nobody because we show you ain't seen that part. So the movie comes out of the movie theater. People watching the movie. Ain't nobody sitting there saying being offensive or being mad when he sitting up there saying it because he's a celebrity. He got money. Nobody was offensive. You can't pick and choose when you gonna be offended and defend how you could be defended when it's said like this, but not offended when it's said like that. And it was said by a white man, but you was offended by it. And he's saying this to other black people, other black actors, and nobody's saying anything. You got two black people sitting there. Why did somebody say something when it came out of his mouth? Say, no, that's probably not good to have because people might get upset hearing it come out of his mouth. He a white person. In the movie, he was talking to it was in the scene where they was in the bowling alley, and he sat there and This was after Andre 3000 character had brought the money up to the guy. So he walks over there. He was like, "What's going on? I hear they treat you like a house in." I'm not gonna say the word because I don't think it's appropriate to say. And he said there and said it. I hear they treat you like a house in. What's that about? What's up with that? Said right there and said it. And some other time in that movie, he sat there and said it. But ain't nobody sitting there making a big deal. Wasn't no ruckus. Wasn't no controversy. Wasn't nobody on CNN. Nothing. You can't pick and choose who you allow to say the N word. He's honored. It's okay for him to say it because he was acting. It was in the movie. We know it was the intent. We know he's not that type of person. You know, he's the one he's acting that was in the script. That's how you're gonna defend it. It don't matter in the script. If you're gonna be offended when somebody sits there and says it, and it wasn't even a racial matter against another person, you know what I'm saying? You can't be offended. You can't. You can't pick and choose. Oh, well, because I'm not gonna. That doesn't offend me. Okay, well you can't sit there and somebody saying that you can't be offended just because the word came out. You get upset because the N word was said and it came out of a white person's mouth, and yet the person didn't say it to another black person. He didn't say it to another person to be disrespectful. He didn't say it. It was in the context where it was not racially or it was not intended to be offended. It wasn't done in an offensive manner. Why be tripping? If that's the case, nobody should say it. It should be banned. There should be. I bet you start finding people. Unless you got money, you stop saying that word. Find people. Every time you say you sit and say the N word in your song, or if you do a music video and the N word comes out of your mouth in that video, you get fined. If you do a movie and the N word come out, fine. Find the people. You know what I'm saying? That seems to sit there. You know what I'm saying? When you mess up people's money, people don't like it when you mess with their money. When they got to pay fees and fines and all stuff like that, they change some of that up. If somebody do something, you suspend them, they miss days from work, that'll sit there and change that up. Because you messing with that money, when they get spent, don't get paid. Now you're not gonna suspend somebody with pay when they said they messed up, did something wrong that wasn't okay. You ain't gonna suspend them without pay. You don't get paid for that. When that's messing with their money and certain bills they can't sit up here and pay, or they gonna sit there and get it together. Or it ain't gonna be hard because really it's not hard for a person. You fighting for a word that you don't know what that has no meaning. If you sit and ask somebody what does the N word mean, they're gonna sit and say it was a word used to It was a word used by Caucasian people back in the slavery time to disrespect and humiliate African American slaves because they didn't have respect for us. That's not a definition. You are describing to me what the word was used for, but there's no meaning for it. So you basically fighting to go around to say a word, and you had no idea what it means. You had no idea what it means. What does N word mean? We don't know. It's a descriptive word. It has no definition. It's a word that was made up to disrespect us and humiliate us. So how can you sit there and say so it's okay to say it in a rap song just because you're not using that? It doesn't matter. The N word is what it is. You can't change the way it makes people feel. Just because you sitting there saying it to like, oh yo, what's up? You say hey to somebody and you're gonna say hey in. It don't matter. It is an offensive word because how it came about. Nobody should be using it. There are people in the slavery time that are offended by that because they have ancestors that were called that name, and you don't really have a true, real understanding of it. You're disrespecting people who was called that time and time again. There are people right now in this world in 2018 that will be called that word, and you're gonna disrespect them by saying it. That's why they're offended. Because you're saying a word in a rap song that somebody used to offend somebody. Just like you sit there and used to say cunt, that's an offensive word to some people. You know? If we don't want them to say the N word, don't call Caucasian people crackers. And a KKK, so don't say negative stuff about them. You know what I'm saying? It's in the Bible. Treat people how you want to be treated. If you want to sit there and talk to you with respect and be respectful towards you and not call you out a name and not just be straight up just wrong for no reason, respect that sometimes you gotta show people how to treat people. And it's hard. You can't wait around for them to do something. Sometimes you gotta show them how to change. We can't be hypocrites up in here. and there's a lot going on. But like, and that's the thing. So when I was because I was thinking about writing a book or whatever. On at one time, and I was actually starting. I was trying to get, and I remember I was doing some research, trying to research, and that's how I came into the realization that the N word has no definition. Because I actually went to look it up, it just described it. I said, you described to me how the word was used. You know what I mean? And it had no definition. Then I was trying to figure out kind of like the origin of like the reason, like kind of when the slavery kind of took place. It kind of started. I knew it was way back. I was trying to do a kind of origin of it. You know what I'm saying? To kind of explain to people why this word is so offensive. Even for rappers say it's offensive. You had people just in regular talk, real conversation saying that word because they don't understand because people are not educating people about that word is offensive. Just like if a child was with, just like that child in that ad where he had on the shirt and it said monkey because they were calling us all kinds of names. You want people to sit and not do things like using the word a monkey or gorilla, or they call us gorilla, a monkey because we were so dark skinned, we were so black. And there were some people that when they so black, they didn't look too good. They wasn't attractive. So we got called all kinds of things. Oh, you an ape, you a monkey, you a gorilla. You want people to sit take things down and stuff like that. But we're not stopping this stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want people saying certain words, if you don't want somebody to say what, don't say it. Nobody has the right to say the word. I can't stand and tell somebody has the right for you shouldn't say it and then turn around 10 seconds later. I said the word he heard me say. I just told him and then okay, say that's messed up. It doesn't matter the color of my skin. I'm a hypocrite. You can't say I'm not a hypocrite because the color of my skin. The color of skin doesn't stop you from being nigga. If you're a hypocrite, you're a hypocrite. Point blank to the period. You a hypocrite. You know, if I feel a certain way about something and I'm going to express that publicly and have a conversation, I'm going to make sure to not say the word. I'm gonna make sure I can't sit there and be like, oh, I don't like what I'm fit, and or that offends me, that's offensive, I don't like it, and then turn around, and sit there and say it. That don't make no sense. And telling you should say that that's not right, and then turn around, I say it, because people are going to say that. But how come you can sit there and say it? Just because you such if you're gonna say it's offensive, you're gonna tell me the meaning of it. Should you sit there and be a little bit more respectful of it, or like more like, okay, well, if this is the reason why that how it's described, and the fact that how they did it, it was just so wrong and messed up. You shouldn't sit and want to do it. You should be like, you know what, that's so wrong, and you should be offended by that word. But like, I'm not gonna say that word. You know what I'm saying? Because it was used in a horrible way. We got treated so bad with that word. It was to hurt us, try to tear us down because they didn't think we deserve respect because of the color of our skin. We didn't say anything to them. We didn't do anything to them. We didn't disrespect them. The color of our skin offended them. The color of that word, the color of our skin offended them. So when you're telling somebody that, it should affect you in a way like, you know what? That word just so, that what, I can't stand it. I hate it that much. I just can't stand it. It's just a horrible word. And for people to sit there and defend themselves and say, oh, I can say it because I'm going to use it. It doesn't matter if I use it in that context. And I remember there was a time where BET had aired something where I can't remember what it was called, but they had, I think Nelly was on there, and there's some other people on there, and they were talking about it. And he was defending that and saying, well, so I'm not saying that way. It doesn't matter. You shouldn't be allowed to say it if it's offensive. If you're going to sit there and make a big deal and be upset about it, don't say it. You can't sit there and say it because you're not using it in that context. Well, he didn't use it in that context. He didn't sit there and say it to a black person, or he didn't say it in a hateful way. He brought it to that person, saying it the same way you said, hey, yo, what's up, my end? And you took offense to that? He didn't say no different than you just said to your friend. What was the difference? He wasn't being offensive. He wasn't being disrespectful. He wasn't coming at you or being racial. But because it was a Caucasian man, you had an issue with. He said the same way your African American friend said there and said it. He didn't say no different. I think the word should be banned. I think nobody should sit there and use it. There was a CNN, it was a couple years back, and you had Al Sharpton, and I think Jesse Jackson was on, and they was talking about nobody should be banned. They was talking about banning the word, and I agree support it. Ban the word, and if it's going to be banned, you got to figure out what to do with somebody use it. You got to figure out punishment. You can't jail somebody for that, because how can you properly jail somebody? So find them. Because you want to say that word, find them for it. We're going to find you X amount of money. If you ain't got no money, You ain't gonna say it. If you feel you can afford it, you're gonna say it. For some people, it's not gonna stop because they got money. You know what I'm saying? They can afford to pay that. But after a while, they might get sick and tired, constantly to pay their fee. They'll just sit there and stop. You know what I'm saying? You know why it's an offensive word, because that's why you gonna say mad about it to begin with. You know it's an offensive word. So if you don't want people to say it, you want them to stop saying it. You don't say it. Just don't say the word. Don't use it. Stop. Nobody should be allowed to say that word. I hear it and it tears my nerves up. Because you got people out here who are uneducated on the history of that, and they're saying it because it's repetitive. Because they're out in the world and they hear people saying it, game bangers, or they just friends just saying it, whatever, and that's how they learn. So they're thinking it's normal. They think, oh, that's normal to talk. That's how you're supposed to speak and talk. Like you sitting there having a casual conversation with someone, and every other word is in. I can tell you how much I sat there and heard the N word multiple times in a conversation. That tore my nerves up. In a conversation now. In a conversation. In a conversation. I'm like, goodness gracious. And when you sit there and kind of have that, you wake up, you're woke, you start realizing that you didn't realize before. You'll realize you'll pay attention to things that you did before. You pick up on the fact how many times somebody said this particular word. How many times somebody done, like you pick up on that stuff like that. He done said that about 4 or 5 times. If somebody cuss you, you pick up how many times somebody done cussed in that sentence. If I'm sitting there and I'm just sitting there having a conversation like I am right now, and just having a regular conversation, I don't cuss. Like I really have to be really, really upset and pissed off for some cuss words to come out. But every day in a regular conversation, I just sit there and when I'm talking, I don't say the N word. I don't sit there and cuss. You know what I'm saying? I really sit and go days unless you really tick me off, and I just go off because I done reached my breaking point. And I just go off. Yeah, some cuss words gonna sit here and come out. That's how you know I'm pissed because some cuss words don't flood my mouth. You don't reach me to my breaking point. I can't take it no more. Whatever the problem is, I'm fed up. That's it. I'm going off. And so I don't cuss. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in a real conversation, I don't say the N word, I don't cuss, because that's just me. Because I'm all about if you're talking to somebody, what you're talking about, what is the issue, and is all that necessary? But what's necessary? Think before you speak. Figure out what's going on and what's necessary and how to handle the situation. Because some people do stuff and they go overboard and they're doing too much. All that ain't necessary. Like this is the issue and the problem. Why you be nasty with somebody on customer service, getting all frustrated, getting angry, getting an attitude, talking nasty? You know what I'm saying? All that ain't necessary. It's frustrating because you had to go through a whole lot of stuff before you even got to the customer service person. You already kind of worked out because it is frustrating. So you got to go through to even get a customer representative. So it is frustrating. But you got to remember the person you're talking to, they just do stuff for the company. They don't actually work for the company. Then you know what I'm saying? They at home on their computer talking to you. They're not in the company office building. So you mad at them, it ain't their fault. They didn't make the product. That's not their company. You went to the store and bought something and the brand owner said such and such. So you calling the company, the brand, the people who made it, who own that, who said they made it, but you talking to one of their people, the customer service representative, you going off on them. Mad at them. Like it's their fault. It ain't their fault. They didn't make the product because the things happen. You buy something, it don't work, you didn't get return on your investment. You should be able to go back and just exchange it out. Can I change this out, or can I get my money back, or can I get something different for the same price? A lot of times people work with you. If you go and get something and it's the same price as someone else, or if you're willing to pay the difference. Like if you bought something it was $30 and you go change it out and it's like $5 more, if you're willing to pay the difference, they'll switch out with you as long as you pay the difference. All you gotta do is pay the $5. You know what I'm saying? They'll work it out with you. So sometimes change it out, get your money back, or get something different. That's something too, and it's cost a little bit more that you can work with. Okay, I just pay the extra $10 or whatever. So at least you're getting your money's worth of it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, a lot of companies, when you deal with electronics, they want you to call them and talk to them. They don't want you to go back to the store. But 9 times out of 10, if you go to the store, you don't get you gonna want your money back. And they didn't really make any money. So they want you to come there, always trying to fix it, and that gets frustrating. But that's still not necessary. Talk to people like that. Just like if a child sits there and does something wrong. When you punish them, the punishment should meet the actions that they did, the behavior. Some parents go overboard and do something that's not necessary. You got some parents that whoop their child for everything, or they fuss their child out, raise their voice, yelling, screaming, and it wasn't for everything to do, screaming, going off, and just straight up just pure angry and just going off on for every little thing that child sit there and does. If a child does something and it's a small matter, you deal with the situation where it's small or not, but you got to deal with it appropriately in the right way, in the correct way. You know, you don't whoop your child for everything. If a child sat there and you told her to do something, get something like she must say, told her she got it, you don't whoop her for that. Okay, because it wasn't. It's not like I can't explain, but it's like okay, she wouldn't do what you told her not to do. You discipline her, but appropriate discipline. They don't deserve a straight up butt whooping. Okay, did I tell you to do something? Because here's the thing about kids, they understand words. Your first solution shouldn't be going to get the bell. Sit there and have a conversation and talk to them. Did I tell you, I know you're supposed to say going up them steps, and you were and that's not okay. To sit and sneak, and then you sit there and lie to me, that's not okay. You need to go and say something about what you did. Let them know what they did was wrong, and why to be punished. When we sitting them down, they know why they're being punished. You can't send a child to the timeout and tell them why they're in timeout, or why you send them up to their room. Let them know why they're going to the room, so they understand. Because that's how they sit there and learn. But you can't whoop them for everything. If a child loses something, you can't whoop them because they lost some glasses or whatever. You can't whoop them for that. You don't go off on them. You don't be screaming and yelling and hollering because they lost some glasses. Yeah, it costs money, but they're a child. It's going to happen. But you gotta know how you lose your glasses, what happened. But you need to do a better job of keeping up with your glasses. But a child don't need a butt whooping, and she don't need you yelling and screaming at her because she lost some glasses. Just have okay, well, baby, you gotta do better. Things happen. You lost stuff when you was a kid, even as adult. As adults, we lose things. It's all about how you talk and communicate. What is necessary? Is it necessary to use those words? Is it necessary to use the N words? Is it necessary to cuss? No, it is not. You got parents that they are saying you got parents who they talk and argue in front of their kids, so they're saying things their kids don't need to hear. Just like they sitting there and they just in real conversation with somebody, they saying these words. So a child's growing up hearing that word. So a lot of people growing up hearing that word and hearing it from the parent, and so their thing, so to them it's like, oh, this is normal. This is normal conversation. This is how you're supposed to talk to people. They think this is how you're supposed to talk. So when somebody says something, so when they say it to somebody, and somebody looking at it crazy, they're confused. Because I think that's normal conversation. Because you got parents that are not having appropriate behavior in front of their child. They think it's okay to argue in front of their child. They think it's okay to scream, fight, argue, hit, all that kind of stuff in front of their children. They think that those words are appropriate. You have to say you gotta be cautious what you say in front. You can't cuss in front of them. You can't say in words all kinds of things that are not appropriate. Some are not appropriate. You can't say that in front of your kids. They watching. They're not stupid. We give a lot of parents, a lot of people, they feel like, oh, they kids, they don't know anything. They're not smart. You'd be surprised how smart kids are. They smart. You know what I'm saying? They'll sit there and tell you things that you would not expect them to say. I have my niece sit there and tell me how my mother calls me by my name. Because everybody calls me by my name differently. Everybody got nicknames. You know what I'm saying? When people say my name, like my mom and sister, they say it different. It seems like they're saying the same, but really it's not. You know? And I was surprised that she was actually listening in that way and paying attention in that way. Because you never think that a child is listening to the way your mother or your sister is saying your name. You know what I'm saying? I did not know that she was listening like that to where her mom and my mom, her grandmother, was saying my name. Until she was like, it was just out of the blue. She was like, Grandma, and she just told me, like, Grandma called you like this with Grandma. And then she started calling me like that the whole time while she was visiting me. The way my mom says my name. You know what I'm saying? And then she was like telling me how her mom sits there and calls me. You know, and so like she's attentive to her because she's very smart. You know what I'm saying? So you can't sit there and think a child don't know. Because eventually a child will get to the age when they babies and stuff, they probably don't understand it, but they don't get to the time when they get older. And when you're sitting here talking to them, they're gonna understand what you're saying because they hear you. First of all, a child doesn't need to understand what you're saying to repeat it. Monkey see, monkey do. They're gonna do when they're in that repeating stage. They're gonna repeat everything they hear. They hear everything you say. They're gonna repeat it. You don't have to understand something to repeat what somebody what to say. If you stand in front of an adult and say, "Repeat this back to me," they're gonna repeat it. They don't have to understand the repeat the word. If I say "son," And they say, son, they don't have to understand that they repeat it back. A child does not have to understand what you're saying and repeat it back. So when you're saying the N word every day, 24/7, they don't have to understand what you're saying to repeat it back. They're going to repeat it. So be cautious about what you say around your children. Because now they're growing up thinking that that's normal conversation and that's no normal word. And they don't know that the word's offensive because you were just saying this and saying. And then you probably never heard them say it to catch us. Oh, wait a minute. It's not okay to say that word. Do you know what that word means? Do you know that word's kind of offensive? It's not appropriate for you to sit there and say. You got kids saying words, cussing, all kinds of stuff because they hear their parents cussing. Because you're arguing with somebody, you sitting here cussing. I work at daycare, I hear kids say cussing. I said, that's not okay. Don't say words. Don't say those words. I'm like, watch your mouth. That's not okay. Because parents are saying things and then they're coming up into the school repeating it. So if they're coming to school and repeating what they, if they say they are repeating what they heard you say, what you think their friends are going to do? They're gonna do what they did. They're the same age as them. They're in the class with kids at the same age as them. So if they repeat, you can't sit and say their child can repeat it. Your child did it. So if they said they repeated it, and then your child come to school and he was repeating the same to the other kids, what are the kids gonna do? They're gonna do the same thing he did. They're gonna sit there and repeat it. They don't have to understand it or he's saying it. Cause kids operate because you are that child's role model. So kids operate with mom and daddy saying it. It must be okay. You are a child's first example and role model of how a person is supposed to be. How's the man supposed to behave, act, and talk? What type of father, what type of man I'm supposed to be? What type of husband should I be? What type of father should I be? And then, if you have a daughter, what type of you're the example of who she should date. What type of person? What type of thing should I look for in a man to determine his husband quality? What type of husband should I look for? You know what I'm saying? How do I know this person is a good father? She's gonna look at. She's gonna determine that as a father, this size is supposed to be based on how a father acts. If you sit here smoking, drinking, beating up on the mama, saying all kinds of stuff, she gonna go out in that world. She'll get the most ghettoest person in the world. That's how far she is. She had a ghetto ass father. And my father was educated, had a degree, had a good job, dressed nice, taught good, taught educated, taught well. What's she gonna do? She's gonna go out into the world and she's gonna get that man that was like that. They got a degree, that dresses nice, that talks well, that isn't disrespectful, that doesn't say nasty, terrible, bad words, don't talk good. That's what she's gonna go for. So you have to sit there and be cautious who you sit there and lay down with. Because the kids can't choose their parents. You have to be cautious. You have to see the bigger picture and look at the bigger picture. You have to be cautious who you lay down with. Because you're deciding in that moment, when you make a decision later with that person, you're deciding this man is going to be the role model for my child, or this woman is going to be the role model for my child. So if she walk around here and she throwing you her tail on the first day, or throwing her tail on you before they went out on a day, or the day you meet somebody and you have taken and she throwing her tail on you, guess what? You're making a decision right now. This is the person I want to be the role model for my child. So you can't be mad when your daughter turns 14 and she out there letting everything in the sun come up between her daggone legs. You can't be mad about that. You chose your example. If you don't want your daughter to walk around being that way, choose somebody that ain't like that. Find a good Christian woman that cares herself with respect, values herself, and stands for what she believes in, and find she got who has standards. Because she's gonna pass on to her kids what she has. Whatever value she has, she'll give to her kids. If she got values, if she got standards, and she respects herself, she's going to pass that on to your daughter. And your daughter's going to take that, and she's going to use it when she go out there. It's the same thing. However you are, whatever he's going to pass on to his son, and he's going to act that way. He's going to do what the father does. He's going to do what the father does. So be careful who you lay around with, because whoever you choose, and if you're going to choose to stay with them, be aware that, okay, I can't be mad if my child grow up and he acted such a, his daddy was like that, or his mama was like that. I knew when I met the mama, she was wild. You know what I'm saying? I should have known better. I knew that, okay, she's this way. Yeah, she might sit there and change up when she becomes a mother, and some mothers don't. You got some mothers walk around with stuff on, they ain't got no business wearing, tight stuff on, stuff all up their butt, rolls all out. That's not proper wear, and you got a child. Still dressing like you ain't got no kids. You walk around with club attire on like you ain't got no kids around your kids. So what your daughter think? What your daughter gonna do when she become a teenager? Well, mama just like that, I'm just like that too. So if you're talking like that, we're all off the thing. But if you talking if you're talking like that, They're gonna talk like that. Well, if daddy's saying the N-word, mama's saying the N-word, they say all these bad words. Well, I guess okay, me sitting there cousin say the N-word, mom and daddy saying it. A child determines what's okay and what's normal to do and say based on what what the parents do. So if you're doing it, it must be okay. It must be normal because you're the parents. We trust you to guide us the right way. God is trusting you to sit here and guide us and teach us right and do what you're supposed to do. You are our earthly parents, but God is our heavenly Father. He is our Father. He's trusting you here on the earth and say and do right by your children and teach them according to His will. And when you're not teaching him according to His will, He's very upset. He's pissed off because that's not according to His will. So you got these innocent and personal children seeing stuff, going saying things and doing things, walk around with their pants hanging off their behind because their daddy walk around with their pants hanging off the behind. You got these little girls walk around here have their go naked because their mom walk around have their go naked. Got the mom walk around here with shorts all up her butt, got the booty and the coochie eating up the daggone shorts. You can And so what you think your daughter going to walk around with the booty shorts all up her little booty, up her little cootie cat, just eating it up. They're gonna just what they see. You the role model. You can't be mad or surprised when your child out there half dead go naked. And mama still walk around half naked. Your child teenager, you a little bit older. You're freaking look at cover that up. You out here by half dead go naked. Your child gonna sit there and do that. You walk around with saggy pants, you got dress in your head, you smoking, you got here looking busted. Your child gonna do the same thing. He gonna walk around with a scarf on his head. He gonna have the bag of jeans on. He gonna have some jewelry on. He gonna have the hat on backwards. He gonna have some boots on. He gonna walk out looking like a thug. And then when your child gets shot down, you mad as hell because you allowed him to go out there like that, and you made the choice of who was gonna be his role model as a man. Police officers out here shooting the black boys left and right, but yet you keep laying down with these sorry ass dudes that dress it the way they say here dress it. You set your child up to get shot up. We can't lose no more black kids. Don't need to be dressing like that. Dress right. Do something with your life. Get a degree. Get educated. Get a good job. Dress right. I'm not saying it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of probably responsible for it. I'm not saying like you can't blame you can't blame them for it. But at the same time I'm not saying that it was okay. It was still wrong for them to sit up here and shoot you up. It was still wrong for them to stereotype and racially profile you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you kind of can't blame them because when they see that, they're going to think, well, you must, because if you're not that type, because my thing is, and not felt this way, if you're not that type of person, why are you dressing like somebody that you are not? If you're not that type of person, dress who you are. If you're not the type of person, don't dress like that. If I'm not the type of person, I'm not going to walk around and half go naked. If that's not who I am. I don't wear booty shorts, that's all up my butt. My shorts are not that short. When I wear a skirt, it's not that short. I might wear things with my chest out, might be out a little bit, but I'm covered up from head to toe. If I have a spaghetti strap dress on, you know what I'm saying, like the little straps or whatever, it might be like a little low cut, but it's respectable. I'm covered up from head to toe. I have a dress that has a little holes right there. It's like a crisscross thing, like little extras, a little hole, but it's a thin thing. It ain't this big and all my stuff out. Like a little thin line that goes around. All this is covered up. All this comes down. If I was to bend over, you ain't gonna see nothing because the back part has a long little trail in the back. So if I was to bend down, you ain't gonna see nothing. I probably wouldn't bend all over anyway. And I don't wear dresses that are so short that you can see my butt and I ain't even bend down. I'm standing there and you can see my tail. That's too daggone short. When you standing there and a person can see your tail, you haven't bent over, but they can see your tail. That's too short. You knew. My thing is this. You're not gonna find a respectable Christian person up in the club. So you can't be surprised. You went to the club. You saw how she was just when she was up in the club. You had to think the bigger picture. Okay, it's possible she could change up, start changing her type because she got a daughter and she starts maturing up and growing up. You know what I'm saying? That's possible. It could happen. However, it's possible that it can't happen, but you don't know it's going to happen. It's a possibility that it won't sit there and happen. So you know when you met her, she was a freak. She threw them drawers to you that you met up in the club. They didn't even know you. So they're hooking up with people that you don't even sit here and know. And then, ma'am, you catch something. You made that choice. I'm hooking up with people you don't know. You see how she dressed. You see how he said dressed. What you think was going to happen? Shit, she out there by damn near half naked. You walk around like a damn thug. What you think is gonna happen? If you sit there and have kids, you think he gonna change up that time? That's who he is. He dressed like how he is. That tells me that's who you are. You out there half naked, or that's who you are. Because that's not who you are. Why you out there half naked? That ain't who you are. I don't. That ain't me. I'm covered up right now from head to toe. I probably look like an old woman. If you saw my whole time like an old woman. When I go to church, I dress appropriately. And like when I was out back yesterday, I was cut up from head to toe. It was tasteful. It was tasteful and it was respectful. It wasn't tasteless. Some people be going out there and stuff just be so tasteless. Just straight up just ghetto and skank and nasty. I don't do that. I said them put on this red shirt and I didn't know that the shirt was see-through kind of right there where the thing was. It's like a little see-through part right there. And I didn't even know. And I thank God I didn't walk in the door. I just put the shirt on. And I asked my mom, "Oh, mom, what you think?" And just so, and thank God I happened to ask her. And she was like, "Well, I can have to see through." I said, "Really?" She was like, "Yeah." And I looked in the bed, I can see, and you can see through. And I didn't have my red cabinet put up underneath because I was at my mom's house. But if I had not sat there and said anything, if I went out, I would have been messed up. Because I don't do stuff you see in my bra. Sometimes my bra kind of shifts a little bit, and my little nip be out. I'm like, no, I'm not going to sit there and do that. That ain't me, number one. So I don't understand why you dressing in what that ain't you. Why you pretend to be somebody that you're not? Be who you are. A person can't love you and they don't know who you are. I can't love everything about you and I don't know who you are because you pretend to be somebody else. I can't do it. You are a role model. If you sit there and you say the N word, if you say bitch, you say hoe, you cuss it all up in the house, shit, ass, fuck, saying all that in the house, guess what? Your child gonna say it. Think of the bigger picture. You are the first role model. You're the first male and female role model in your child's life. If a little boy's going to determine the type of woman he's going to bring home, he's going to date, he's going to do it based on his mother. Because that's an example. This type of woman I'm supposed to be with. Look at my mom. She half damn naked. So he going to go for the first hoe up out there. And then you mad. You need to get respect from a woman. Like daddy did. Well, why I got to daddy get my respect. Look at you. You walk around half naked. And then we get mad when our kids say that, but the damn truth. The truth hurts. Of course you be mad when the truth hurts. The truth ain't ever nice. The truth is hardcore, and so it hit you in the gut. Ain't like your child want to tell you the truth. You standing there half daggone naked. Daddy chose you, but I gotta be with somebody special, and daddy can be with a hoe. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. How come daddy can sit there and be with a hoe, but I gotta be somebody respectable? Or how come mama can sit there and be with a thug, but I gotta sit and I gotta sit and go out with a doctor who got on daggone suit, but you could be sitting with a thug? Am I wrong or am I wrong? Am I right or am I right? Let's keep it real. We want kids to do the opposite, but you didn't have it as an example. Like I didn't sit there and have an example of a father. He dressed nice. We could like have him a beer and sit there and smoke cigarettes. He wasn't alcoholic or anything. We like sit there and have beer. So that's an example. You say in front of me. What you think we're gonna do when we go out there? So that's why when I date guys, they gotta have their stuff together because that's how he dressed. He dressed where he didn't have wear saggy pants. His stuff fit. And he looked nice when he went out somewhere. The only time he might look a little busted when he was going to work because of the job that he said there. Yeah, I won't say busted, but you know, if he wasn't dressed up to now, wasn't because he going to work. So when I sit there and date someone, I expect you to look nice. When you're not at work, I expect you to look nice. When you're at home, I expect you to have some nice pajamas on. I don't want to see your drawers. Cause this is how I sit there and put it one day. I said, let me explain to you like this. How would you feel if I walk around with my pants saggy and other men can see my damn panties? A man would have a damn fit if other men could see my panties. Because don't no man want another man to know what he working with. You know what I'm saying? That's that double standard. Or they go through the roof. What makes you think I want another woman to sit there and see the boxes out there? I said them boxes. I bought you them damn drawers. I don't want nobody to see what I'm working with either. I don't want nobody seeing your eggplant. That's my business. Should nobody be seeing that but me. Because sometimes people got their pants so low that you damn near almost see the daggone eggplant. Like you might as well have been in your boxes about that doing your boxes. They be that daggone low. I bought them boxes. I don't want nobody seeing what I bought you. It ain't no different. If you don't want to see my panties, I don't want nobody seeing your boxes. A man will throw a damn fit if I went there, my pants sagging. Panties all out and stuff. Oh, they would have been mad. If I said and walked around and had my shirt two sizes too big and my bra, if I just walked out there with just my bra on and my pants sagging, my panties like, you gonna have a fit. I was in a relationship with a guy, and I just had on just my shirt. I'm in my house. And all I had on was like this big oversized T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? And so we had ordered some pizza, and the pizza guy come. And all I had on was my T-shirt, and my legs was out. So he said he mad, but I said, we'll go get the door. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to run back there, and I don't want him thinking anybody there. I have to run back to put some pants on. Because I understand, why don't you go to the door and get him the money and get the pizza? Why do you want me to sit here and do everything? He's like, no, I don't want to. So I don't know why. He didn't even have a reason I want to. He's like, no, you do it. You do it. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm like, okay. So I got up and walked to the door and got the money and gave him the money or whatever. And stuff like that. He gave my change back. I said, you have a good one. Because we had paid cash. I was like, you have a good one. He mad. So he started saying judgmental, nasty stuff or whatever. I don't know why you gotta walk around with just a T-shirt on. First of all, I'm in my house. You act like I went outside. First of all, I didn't even go outside the house. I would never walk in the house with just my T-shirt on. I ain't gonna do that. You ain't never seen me do that. I'm in my house. If I want to walk around with just my T-shirt on and stuff, I told you to get the door, so I don't want to hear that. Now you mad. Because you kind of saw my legs out, and you know, if you wear an oversized T-shirt, it's still going to stop because it's big to where it covers you up and it goes down a little, but still going to kind of stop short a little bit. You sitting here mad. We should went to the door. I'm in my house. That's what you need to find. You want to walk around naked, you want people to see you. So I don't want nobody to see me. You know what I'm saying? You want people to look at your stuff and you want to say, no, I don't. Very judgmental. And this is a person I'm in a relationship and you saying judging me. Being just judgmental and accusing me of stuff. Oh, well, you want him to see you this or whatever like that because you're jealous. Because you know because first of all, he wasn't doing what he's supposed to do as a man. Number one, and when a man's not doing what he's supposed to do as a man, he get a little jealous. It go a little overboard. You know you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing as a man. But I told you to go to the. You knew I was dressed the way I was dressed. No man would sit there and allow their woman to walk up to the door and all they got on is a T-shirt. And that's all they got on. Men don't do that. That's called, if a woman's not, to them, it's like, oh, she's not decent, I'll do it. To protect them. You put me in a situation, I could have got attacked or something. A real man would sit there and protect his woman, and he would want to go do it. Wasn't like he couldn't do it. All you had to do was give him the cash. You know what I'm saying? He was suspended. So I think his thing was like, oh, if I can't really get my work, just get, oh, here's the money. Or how much. And just give him the money, get the change back. It ain't that serious. You can't keep using your speech as an excuse for me to have to do everything on time that everybody. But anyway, that's all different thing. Anyway, but the point was, he get on mad, getting all jealous, but you should have sat there, getting all jealous because my legs is out with a T-shirt on. So if you get upset about that, well, how can you walk around with your pants hanging off your behind? He got upset about that. So, but we supposed to be okay when I mean walk around with the pants hanging on, with the boxes out. I mean, some men have it so low, you damn near about to see the airplane. Like, I'm serious. I'm so serious. You know what I'm saying? A man can do it, but a woman can't do it. Woman can't walk around showing her pants or showing her bra. Man get mad. Well, if I can't do it, you can't do it. You know, so you have to sit there and think. It just hit me one day. I was sitting there, I was like, you know, what if I said when we're not there like that? With my pants hanging and showing my panties, you ain't gonna be okay with it. So, like, when you single, okay, whatever. Because ain't nobody gonna be upset. You ain't gonna worry about that's gonna trip you jealous about that. Okay. But when you in a relationship, you gotta be respectful of that. Okay, that might bother her. Because people are seeing what she's working with. As funny as you men are, men do not want another man to know what they're working with, what they got. Because they worry that man sees and knows he will try to take what I got. Especially if a man ain't a real man and he ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing, he really don't want to know. He's really gonna be insecure and just an overprotector. There's a difference in just a typical jealousy and like you just straight up old boy insecure. I did it guys when they just insecure because they know they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. You're not on my level, number one, and you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. So you just straight up insecure. It wasn't like fun, cute, boy jealousy. It was like you were straight up jealous. You were straight up jealous. Straight up. You were straight up jealous. Straight up jealous, and you had so much insecure because you wouldn't do what you were supposed to do. Well, you wouldn't do what you're supposed to do as a man. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole different thing. But it can't be. I'm supposed to be okay with people seeing my man draws. No, them I want to see that, first of all. It's disrespectful. I've seen men walk around, pants hanging down, and they sitting up here around old people. Like, that okay. This might be another video I might do. Write this down on my little pad thing so I can do a video about people walking around with their pants down. That gets on my nerves. I don't date people like that. Call me judgmental. Call me sitting here being picky or whatever. No. If I can't walk around with my legs out in a t-shirt, you can't walk around with your pants off your behind. And I don't even understand it. They ain't even no swag. If that's how the police catch you can't even run for the po-po because your pants in there up underneath your butt. I've seen dudes sit there, have skinny jeans on. How you trying to sag skinny jeans? You know they tight on your legs. To where they're going to pull them up. They don't come up all the way. Their butt hanging out over the top of the pants. Them skinny jeans, all jeans you can't wear off your butt. I'm sorry. That's not attractive to me. You gotta wear your pants up. I don't like sagging. I don't date this. If I see a dude and he talks to me and I see the pants, I don't waste my time with it. Cause you on some ghetto mess right there. You already know you listen to some rap music, you smoking stuff. I don't, that ain't my lifestyle. Your lifestyle gotta match with my lifestyle. Pull back to the period. Tell me up to everything. I'm a positive person. Are you a positive person? Oh, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? But I don't went off to a whole nother subject. But anyway, it was to make a point about the fact that what you do, you are a role model. So when you say that word, you set an example. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of kids going out there saying it because of something that they heard. People just saying the word. People are saying that word very casually and loosely, like it's a normal, regular word to say. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like a regular vocabulary word. It's a regular word. It's not an offensive word at all. They just speak it like it's not an offensive word when it is. They're hearing this word being used in casual talk, casual conversation, and that's not a casual word to sit there and use. Kids are not being properly educated. A lot of times, the first time a child hearing the word, they're out there with their friends. Or they watch the movie and they sit there and hear that word. You gotta do your job. Don't let nobody else teach your child. Don't let no movie, don't let no music, don't let no artist, actor, sing. Don't let nobody else teach your child. Unless they sit there and teach your child not to use them words or whatever, then that's the person you can sit and listen to. Do not allow no celebrities or anybody teach your child. Don't let them go out there in high school and be around their friends and get around that peer pressure. Let them teach your child about stuff. They're the same age as your child. They don't know nothing. Use a teenager. What are they going to do? Try to peer pressure, try to do something. Your child needs to be prepared to be able to fight that battle. Don't just prepare them. Let me see. Don't just prepare them earthly, but prepare them spiritual. A lot of times we prepare them earthly. We had a little conversation, but prepare them to fight the battle spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Take them to church. Put that word in them. Put Jesus in them. You know what I'm saying? Show them the scriptures so that way they have scriptures to back up what they're saying. That they can throw at these people. Well, it's right here in the Bible. According to God, like this ain't supposed to be happening. We ain't supposed to be doing this. You know what I'm saying? They got to prepare for that. To know this is what's going to happen. This is how they're going to come at you. You say no. And if they try to tell them, this is how you can respond to the situation. Sometimes they don't have the tools. Give them the tools. Sometimes they didn't know what to say when somebody says this. Because if somebody says something and they kind of not prepared, they don't know what to say because they wasn't prepared. When somebody throws something at them, they need to be prepared. Be prepared to where no matter what anybody throws at them, they can come back at it no matter what. They need to be spiritually prepared, and they need to be earthly prepared. A lot of times we just sit there and prepare them naturally. That's what we're looking for. Naturally, and we don't prepare them supernaturally. They need supernatural and natural preparedness. Because when you have both of those, they are a dangerous person. Can't nobody touch them. You got to prepare your kids. They need supernatural and natural preparation when they go up out there. Don't let nobody sit up here and teach your kids. Don't let nobody expose your kids and stuff. Teach them and talk to them before they get up out there. Don't wait till they sit here and they had sex and now you mad and you fussing and going off on them. It's your fault. If you sitting there supposed to have the conversation, they want to do it. A lot of teenagers, they're curious because their homework's going to do something. They have all these questions. And when they try to talk to you about it, you won't sit there and talk to them because you so squirmy and uncomfortable. So you left them to go sit there and figure out themselves. They have all this curiosity, all these questions. So they sitting there having sex because they got a question that need to be answered. And if you had you sit there and talk to them, have a conversation with them, they might not have done it. They did it because they were curious. They needed some answer. And they feel the only way to be answered if I said they had sex with a person. And now you mad because you wanted to what? You should have had a conversation. Now you want to sit there and have a conversation, have a talk with them. They don't did it now. They know. You can't have no birth and be conversation. There ain't no birth be thing now. He done spread them legs. She done spread them legs open. He done put that thing up in there. It's too late now. They done done it. All you can do, they know what it is. All you can do is say and tell them, okay, you gotta be safe. Well, you're nothing done it, so obviously you want to be intimate with somebody not married to. Fine. I wish you would have waited, and I wish I would have had a conversation with you before you did it. And it's kind of my own fault. I should have spoke to you, but make sure you practice safe sex. You have to protect yourself. Condoms, birth control, whatever, abstinence. Protect yourself. There are diseases out there. You know, don't just sit here and lay around with anyone. Protect yourself. You know, make sure that woman is the right woman. Make sure that guy's the right guy. Don't let somebody pressure you. Do not allow somebody to pressure you. So if you don't want to do it, you have the right to sit there and say no. Let somebody know they have the right to say no. You know what I'm saying? Let that person know. Because for a long time, I didn't know that I kind of had the right to say no when it comes to certain stuff. Until I had to sit there and kind of, I realized on my own, I had to tell myself, like, hey, it's okay for you to sit there and say no. You know what I'm saying? A person going to be upset and mad, but that's them. But they need your permission. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody force you to do anything. Can't nobody make you feel bad, shame, or nothing. You have your reasons. You see the bigger picture. No, I'm not going to do that. So it's crazy. You have to prepare. You have to mentally, um, you have to, like I said, supernaturally and naturally prepare your children. And talk to them. Don't wait until after they're done because you thinking your kids ain't doing it. You got a lot of parents that live in denial. Oh, he's not doing that. He's not doing that. Now, your child's a teenager. He has hormones, he has feelings. It's a father. To me, I feel the father should talk to the son, and the mother should talk to the daughter. And when it's in that situation, you cannot sit there and assume your child don't know about it. Your child's in high school. You know what you did. Sometimes you guys sit there and think for stuff. When I was in high school, I had hormones. I was thinking about it was on my mind, and I wish my mother would sit there and had a conversation with me. A lot of us wish our parents said they had a conversation with us about that, and we didn't have that. And then we turn around and make the same mistake with our child that our mother made with us or our parents made with us. Sit there and have the conversation. Don't think for a second that they're not ready for the conversation. They're on their level. They got hormones. If you sit there to talk to your child, if your child sits there and got her period for the first time, and you sit there and had a conversation with your child about her period, or your son is because when you was kids, you know what you did when you said the hormones kicked in, and there was you know he was in that bathroom all the time. You know your son in the bathroom all the time and had a conversation. You know what the signs are. He mess her all the time. Now she done sat there and got her cycle. You know she's getting her cycle. You know that makes her young. Biologically, she's a woman. So because she's having a cycle, she can sit there and get pregnant. She's starting one now. That's when you had the conversation. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have a conversation with your child before she have a cycle, so she's not thrown for a surprise. I didn't have that conversation. I had no idea. I just said that one day Ben was on dinner and I had no idea what was going on. Like, what's this in my underwear? And that's what my mom first did and told me. But she didn't tell me before then. So I got left with a surprise. Not knowing what I'm supposed to expect when I turn about 12 or so. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have had a conversation with your children before, so they ain't here with a surprise, and they say about to panic and lose their mind because they don't know what's going on. Prepare your children. Don't do them like that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know what's going on. Let them know. So when you sit there and have a conversation with them about what's about to happen with their body, that's when you had the sex talk. Because it all ties in together. You know what I'm saying? You can't just sit there and leave like that. You are that role model. Talk to your children. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to fail your kids. You know the world we live in. We got trigger happy police out here. Prepare your children. Prepare them. Don't have them out there walking crazy. Even though you know that the way they dress is not the reason why they got shot up still. To be on the safe side, my child ain't gonna walk around with no saggy pants, so he's gonna be dressed. His pants gonna be pulled up, right? His pants are going to fit him how they're supposed to fit him. He's gonna wear the right stuff. He ain't gonna have no scarf on his head. He ain't gonna do no dreads. He gonna wear no crazy hat. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna be having no crazy stuff on. He ain't gonna, He's gonna be dressed nice. Not gonna be going. My child's not gonna go out there looking like no thug. My daughter's not gonna be going out there looking like no hoe. It's not gonna happen. My kids ain't going out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Protect your kids. Set an example. You know what I'm saying? Look at the bigger picture. You see how that person, you in the club. You see how he's dressed. You see how he acting. You see how she acting. You see how she dressing. They're both hooked up with each other. You know what it is. Because you sit there and then protect yourself. Oh, well, we gotta be together. You don't gotta no. No, a person don't have to be with you. You don't have to be the person who knocked her up. You don't even know her like that. So you shouldn't hook up with her to begin with. I might do another video about hooking up with people, just really hooking up with people, not just because the other one I did was hooking up with celebrities and stuff like that. So I kind of specified to celebrities and not in general. So the other one I probably do with hooking up in general because there are a lot of people who hooking up and having casual sex. So it might be like the title might be casual sex, something like that. You know, because that's basically what it is. You know, people just hooking up with people that they don't even know, ain't committed to, and things happen, all kinds of good diseases, all kinds. Yeah, that might be a whole nother video. Even the stuff I'm saying about all these way kids dressing on and people dressing all kinds of stuff. That's be a whole nother video. I went completely off the whole N-word topic. You know what I'm saying? But it makes sense. I was using that as an example about how to be a role model. Just be cautious about things that you say in front of your children. You are the first example or role model as a man and a woman in their life. You know what I'm saying? You're that first example until they get to that public school because they're around other kids that are the baby. You know, they're around other kids that age they young. When they hit that public school, that's really when it's gonna kick in. Because you can't sit there and blame a 2-year-old for this. You see what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, he probably repeats, you know, but you can't really be like, oh, that child's a role model. You can't sit there and say a 2-year-old can't be wrong for another 2-year-old. 2-year-old. You see what I'm saying? Or can't really, you know what I mean? So you want to see, because when they get in the 5th grade, then they're going to start people around them. Somebody's going to be a role model. It might be a teacher. Because as they get older and they see their friend do something, they might want to start doing something because when they saw, oh, she did this. You know what I'm saying? They'll look up to somebody because then they have you to look up to. You know what I'm saying? So for the first couple of years of their life, you're the first male and female model in their life before they start hitting high school. So you kind of want to prepare them. You know what I'm saying? You kind of want to put that positive image in front of them. So that because when they go into school, they're going to see things, but because they have a certain image, it kind of helps them be like, well, you know what I'm saying? You kind of about a lot what she got on, but is that me? You don't want to trying to be somebody that they're not. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that are being leaders. I mean, that are being followers, not leaders, and not leaders. And I said that and told my kids at a daycare, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Be a follower, be a leader, don't be a follower. I said, why are you doing what he doing? Because even like little boys in 2 years, they'll see somebody and copy it. Why are you copying him? Why are you sitting there just because you saw him sit there and hit that child, do whatever? Don't sit there and do that. Be your own person. Make your own decisions. Don't make your decision based off what somebody else did. Don't be a follower and be a leader. That might be another video I said to do as well. Be a leader, not a follower. Because a lot of people are followers. You want to be like somebody else. You got a girl. I just saw on the thing they're showing a commercial on E for like the Botch series, and this girl wanted lips because she wanted to have her lips because got her lips done because she wanted to sit here and have lips like Angelina Jolie. Are you kidding me? Why are you trying to look like somebody else? Why are you trying to have your looks look natural like somebody else? There are some people who naturally have looks that you don't have for a reason. God ain't meant them. So there's a reason why God gave you that and gave her that. Her lips naturally look like that, and you want somebody to naturally make your lips look like that when your lips don't naturally look like that. That don't make no sense. Cause you want to be somebody else. You want to be a follower and following her. Be a leader. Set your own trend. Set your own beauty fashion. You know what I'm saying? I have unique lips. I love my lips. I have a little thing right here put on my lips. It's almost like a little extra thing. You can see it right here. And I love it. I love it. My lips are a little big. If I smile, they kind of hang on my teeth a little bit. You don't really see all my teeth. I got big cheeks. Sometimes my eyes, you can't see them because my cheeks are puffy. So big, they'll push up against my eyes so you can't see my eyes when I smile. See what I'm saying? Back and see my eyes. You know what I'm saying? But I love me. I love my nose. I love everything. I love me. You know, so I got bushy eyebrows. I got those features, but I love me. This is how God made me. God don't make no mistakes. Go around here get breast implants and booty implants. See, I'm getting more topics sitting here talking. Breast implants, booty implants, all stuff like that because you ain't having how way God made you. Trying to change your hand, trying to get all this stuff. What in the world? It's part of life. You're going to age. Saying get stuff done. Because you think God ain't made no mistakes up in here. We sit up here getting transgender reassignment, switching things around. You know what I'm saying? God ain't made no mistake. If you were supposed to be a man, God would have made you a man. If you were supposed to be a woman, God would have made you a woman. He made you a man, which means that's what you were supposed to be. He ain't made no mistake. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate nobody, and ain't funny about no gay people. I don't have a spirit on me or whatever like that. But come on now, God don't make no mistakes. Let's keep it real. He don't make no mistakes. I'm not a homophobe. I got nothing against you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against you. I don't hate nobody. I'm not racist. I don't hate nobody. I don't hate about religion, cultures, whatever. I don't hate nobody. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't condone your behavior. I'm not going to condemn you, but at the same time, I also don't condone what you doing. And I'm keeping 100 with you. But I'm not condemning just because I sit here and I'm being honest with you and keeping it 100 with you. Doesn't mean I'm judging you. I'm not judging you. Can't say somebody judging you because they're standing there talking in front of you, being honest with you, and quoting a couple of scriptures. They're not beating you up. They're not attacking you. They're not persecuting you. They're not beating you up with the Bible. They're speaking truth with you, and they're using their Bible as their backup, as their resource to back up what they're saying. But it's not to preach at you or judge you or attack you. And by judging, I'm saying being honest and have the Bible to back up my understanding, to back up what I'm saying and stuff. It is what it is. God ain't made no mistake. He ain't make no mistake. A man ain't supposed to be wearing women's clothes. A woman ain't supposed to be wearing a man's clothes. Point blank to the period. It's in there. A man's supposed to be with a woman. A woman's supposed to be with a man. Point blank to the period. You're not supposed to walk around here. You getting breasts. You getting a vagina. You getting a penis. You getting your breast. What is this? What is this? I love me some me. God ain't make no mistakes up in here. Okay? You are a man. God made you a man. You're supposed to be with a woman. And you're supposed to act like a man, dress like a man. Sometimes it's that example that you get. And a lot of times people have gone through stuff. So, and sometimes I can empathize when they're like, you know what I'm saying? Because they've been attacked by another man, so it messes you up. Whenever someone's ever sexual assaulted, it messes them up to where they're not sure of the sexuality now because of the fact that their body naturally responds. So now they're wondering, well, am I gay or am I straight? Now they messed up. You done messed the daggone child up. Even if a man sits there and rapes a child, she's young, she's a woman. And you sit there and you assault her, now she messed up. To where she might sit there and swear off men and hate men. And a lesbian for all the wrong daggone reasons, you don't sit there and attack the child. So she lesbian for all the wrong daggone reasons. Y'all mess people up when y'all do that. Y'all don't see how when you attack somebody, how that affects them and how it hurts them. How it affects them psychologically and mentally in their mind how that affects them. Now he's not sure, okay, am I straight, am I gay? Because I sat there and naturally responded, which is a natural body response. And as long as they don't realize, because they're young on top of that, and then they were not aware, that's a natural body response. That happened. That's normal. It's going to happen when someone is still up to the party, but that's going to happen. That was natural. It didn't happen because you wanted it to happen. You didn't want it to happen. I believe you didn't want it to happen. Some child mess, some child walk around here, see what men, then you got the bisexual, see what men, what type of crap is this? Because they mess because you done messed them up. And he's not sure. because he didn't sit there and have a proper no. It didn't get taken care of properly. And well, no, God, anybody bring God into it, anybody pray. Let's pray. Let's go to God and see what we can do, how we can heal you from this pain that you went through. And am I taking nothing to Jesus? And I said them off on a daggone tangent. I ain't even talking about the N word. I know off on a little tangent. Am I taking nothing to Jesus? A lot of people when they go to that, it didn't get handled properly because God can't see. Oh, you don't know. How somebody gonna know if you go to a therapist? Therapist ain't gonna tell nobody. They need to talk to somebody. They need not. They'll be insulted. How can you sit there and say they're not gonna be understand what the therapist is saying? They're gonna be insulted. I think they're gonna be able to. I think they'll be able to understand what the therapist is saying, and then they just say they got assaulted. I think they'll be able to understand. Their whole entire life has changed. They're not. Their innocence have been taken from them. They're not even a little boy no more. You don't took their innocence. You don't took the little girl innocence. He messed up. He needs to know that this will change you. You took a child's chance to decide what field he was going to bat for. I mean, or what team he was going to play for. You took that from a lot of people. Take that from a person. You take their interest from them. You allow them to choose who they was going to lose their virginity to. You took that from them. A lot of them lost their virginity in an aggressive manner, and so when you saw someone took their virginity from them, you took their choice. But you basically told that person that they didn't have a right to decide who they was going to lose their virginity to, and that's wrong. That's messed up. That's a whole other different conversation right there. Let me get off out. I done sit there and went all whatnot. I ain't even on the N word no more. You know, but so that's a whole other conversation. Write my little notes down so I won't forget. We gotta handle things right. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be better role models. So I'm praying that parents be better role models. I'm praying that we just remove this N word. We do something about this N word. Nobody says it. We ban it. I'm just praying that enough is enough. I'm tired of the word. I don't like the word. I'm just tired of it. So I'm praying that we do something about it. You know what I'm saying? We ban it. We ban the N word. We be better role models. We prepare our children. Um, and just do better. You know what I'm saying? Be respectful. No, the answer to that question, my answer to that question, my response, this is my view, my opinion. Please feel free to share in the comments. All the videos I posted, you are free to share and post a comment about what you think and your viewpoint on it. But my answer to the question, nobody should be allowed to say the word because it's an offensive word because of how it originated and and what it was used for and how it was used and how it hurt people and affected people. It should not be used. I don't care what context you use it. It should not be allowed to be used. I do not care what context it was used in. See y'all later. I'll be recording another video later, and I'll probably post that one later on YouTube and let you guys know what is up. See you guys later. Have a wonderful Sunday. God bless. See you later.